What's up YouTube, it's Robo13 and I am here today with the review of the HP Pavillion dv6t. I know I said I would have this out a long time ago, but I finally got around to it, so I'm going to do a full review on that right now. So just to look at the outside of it, it has this black finish to it. It's a little bit, it kind of looks like, if you look close you can see the lines on it. You probably can't see it in the video. That's just an Apple sticker. HP symbol right there. When you turn it on, that will glow and light up. I'll show you that in a second. So on the side you have all the connections that you normally have on any other computer. Here's the fan right here. These two connections right here for USB. These are USB 3.0 ports. There are two more on this side that I'll show you in a second. But these are the two 3.0 ports, which are extremely quick if you're using an external hard drive or anything like that. There are two ports right here, as you can probably tell with the headphones. Two ports for headphones, which is great if you're sharing a movie with somebody, which I did on the plane to California, and it works great. Here's a mic jack, so you can plug your mic right into that. Both of those are the 3.5mm headphone jacks, and same with the 3.5mm mic. And then you got your Ethernet, HDMI, and you got the rest of your connections. That's on the left side. On the front, you got your SD card slot right there. You got speakers right here and right here, so they sound great. On this side, you have the CD drive. I only have the CD drive. You can upgrade it to a Blu-ray. It wasn't available when I first bought it, so I'm a little bit upset about that, but no big deal. Here are the other two USB slots. These are 2.0, they're not 3.0. The 3.0 are on the other side, which I just showed you. And then you have your power adapter right there. And on the back, there is nothing, and that's my battery right there. So now on the bottom, you'll have what it looks like this. So this whole section right here that you can see, this cutout, actually pops out. And I'll pop that out for you guys right now. Okay, and then after you pop that off, you just have to slide this little slider that way, and you'll pop this whole little pattern out, and then it'll show you all the internal stuff, which you can then replace if they ever get broken, or if you want to upgrade anything, you can upgrade it. So you can just unscrew those and add anything else you want. See, it'll say right there, replace with HP spare, and it'll give you the code or anything like that. So if you ever need to replace a part, it'll have all the codes in there that you need to just type into HP's website, and they can replace them all, and it's really easy. So, but this little panel is a pain in the butt to get back on, so I'm just going to skip ahead to put this back on. Alright, now that's back on. So the way you get that back on is you just click in all the corners, and it feels like you're going to break it, but you're really not. You just push them all back in, and it snaps all back into place. So now this is the battery right here. I did get the extended battery, as you can probably tell, as it juts out the side a little bit. The standard battery is flush with the rest of the computer, so it sits nice and flat. I wanted the extended battery, one, because I'm going to be using it a lot without the power adapter for college and stuff like that. But also, when you lay it flat, it will give it sort of a little bit of an angle when it sits, so it'll angle down so that your hands will sit nice and even with it. So when you type with it and stuff like that. So the battery's right here. The battery comes with a little indicator right here. If you push this button, as you can see right there, push that, it'll light up the 4 LEDs and it'll tell you how much battery is left. So now to pop the battery out, you just slide this little thing right here this way, and it'll pop the battery out just like that. And it's really easy to mix and match them if you want. I'm probably going to buy the standard battery in case I need it. Just for a backup, I guess. And then you just slide it back in. You just click it back in just like this, and it's back in, and then you're good to go. So that's pretty much the outside of the laptop. I showed you guys that in the unboxing a little bit, but this is kind of a more in-depth version of it. So now I'm going to show you guys what it looks like for it to boot up. So now on the inside of the computer, this screen right here is a 15.6-inch diagonal display, so you guys can upgrade to the 17-inch display and that kind of stuff, but this one's a 15.6. The keyboard right here is island style keyboard, as you can probably tell with the keys. I love this keyboard. It works great. I love typing on it. The keys are really nice. If you ever need to replace a key, all you have to do is pop it out just like that. See how I folded that one down? And you can pop it out of the way just like that. And then I put it back in. You just click it. You push back in. There you go. Now it's working again. So it's really easy to replace the keys if you need to. The nice thing about this keyboard is that if you ever have an issue with it, you can always pop it out really easily and mess with it if you need to. So the way that I pop it out is I kind of peel back the keys just a little bit so I can get my fingers underneath the top part, as you can tell right here. And then you just start popping out the sides of the little connectors, just like this. See? And then this pops out just like that. There's no screws or anything. And then it's connected by this little ribbon right here into the circuit board of the computer. So if you ever need to replace the keyboard or anything like that, you pop this little thing up and you pull the ribbon out, and then you can just replace the keyboard just like that. and then you can pop it all back in, nice and easily, just like that. So that's what I love about this keyboard right here. Now for the touchpad works great. It works good with the two-finger scrolling and stuff like that. Not as good as Macs, as I can tell, because I've used Macs before. Macs have it down perfect, but the trackpad on this is pretty good. I will turn it on. You guys will be able to see the LED light around the keyboard light up. It's pretty cool. It's nice. The keyboard is not backlit, which may be a deciding factor for some of you, but it doesn't bother me much at all. I always have lights on anyway. These two keys right here, they click when you click them, so they work fine. I never had an issue with those. Right here is the fingerprint reader. It works amazing. I suggest everyone, whoever buys the laptop, get a fingerprint reader. I never have to worry about passwords or anything like that. You just scroll the finger across, and I'll show you guys when I log on. It works great. It comes with Windows 7, the Core i7 chips, and a Radeon graphics card. And it comes with the switchable graphics card, which is great. I'll show you guys again that when I turn it all on. But yeah, back to the fingerprint reader. It works great. My sister tried to use it, and it doesn't recognize anybody else's but the ones that you program it to. And you can program it to any of the 5 fingers that you use, and it works perfect. Okay, now I'll show you guys what it looks like to turn it on. So I'm just going to boot it up right now. If you can hear that little noise, it's just the fan turning on. But then it gets really quiet. So this is really the first boot up kind of the HP Pavillion dv6t as the starting Windows thing. It does take a few seconds to boot up, but it's not a big deal to me. Alright, here's the boot up screen of the Windows 7 computer. And now it just says log on, and you can either type in your password, or if you have your fingerprint saved, you can either scan your fingerprint right there. So now I will show you guys what it looks like to scan your fingerprint. You just take your finger, swipe it across, and it'll log on just like that. Trust me, it helps out a lot more than you think. I didn't think I was ever really going to use it, but I saved all my passwords to my finger. I saved all my passwords to my fingerprint, and it works 10 times better than having to remember all my passwords for stuff. I just swipe my finger, and it logs me onto all my stuff. Okay, now that I'm logged on, you guys can tell that the LED around the trackpad is on, and it looks pretty cool. One way you can turn the trackpad off, if you're just using a mouse, you just double tap the top corner right here. See, and it shuts off the thing, and then it tells you that it is disconnected, and to turn it back on, and then a little red LED shows up right there to turn it back on. Just double tap again and turns it right back on. So that works great. Up here you can see the Wi-Fi LED is lit. So you can just click that and turn it off, and then it turns red. Click it again and turns it right back on. That's a dedicated button, which is great right there. Over here you can see the calculator, and the number pad is right in with the keyboard. Most laptops I don't really see have that. This one does, which is I think is great. I use that a lot. Over here is caps locks, and when you click that, the LED turns on again also. Those are the only 2 buttons that have LEDs connected to it, the Wi-Fi and the caps locks button. So that's just a run through of that. Also, right up here, this whole silver bar is also a speaker that's built into the computer, and the speaker sounds great. Okay, now to show you guys what probably the number one thing I thought about this computer was great is the switchable graphics card. So now if you're on the home screen or on any other program, you just right click, and it'll bring up this kind of bar. And you click right up here, it says change, it says configure switchable graphics. If you just click on that right there, it'll then bring up this menu, which allows you to change from a high performance GPU to a power saving GPU, if you can read that. So right now I'm on power saving because I do not have the power cord plugged in. You can also set it so that when you plug the power cord in, it automatically switches to a high performance GPU, which is what I have, so you can play games on it and stuff like that. But if you're on the move and you don't have the power cord on you, like if you're taking notes in class or something like that, then you can switch it to a power saving GPU, and then it switches the graphics card so that it allows it to save the battery more and not use such high performance graphics as it needs for games and stuff like that. So to switch it, you just click on it. So I'm going to switch to high performance right now. You click on it, you click change, and then it'll flash the screen a couple times, and then there you go. Now it's changed to, give it a second, now it's changed to a high performance GPU, and now you can play games and all that kind of stuff like that. And it works great. So if you ever need to change the graphics card yourself, you can just do that right there, or you can set it so that it automatically does it. I also have it set so that if the battery ever goes below 20%, it'll switch it automatically to a power saving GPU. Like if I was on the move and I had it on high performance accidentally or something like that and I forgot, it'll automatically switch to a power saving GPU, which I love about this computer. One thing I forgot to mention is the webcam right up here, which is the HP TrueVision HD webcam. It works pretty good. It's not the best webcam I've ever used. As you guys can probably tell in one of my videos I've recorded from the webcam, it wasn't amazing, but it works pretty well. So with Skype and Uvu and that kind of stuff. So it works pretty decent for a laptop computer. So one thing I know you guys wanted to see was how thick this computer is. So I have a ruler right here, and I measured that at the very edge right here, even without the extended battery. Right here is about 1 inch thick, as you can tell right here. It's about 1 inch thick, and at the very back with the extended battery is a little bit under 2 inches. Okay, so with the extended battery, it's a little bit under 2 inches back here and exactly 1 inch up here. Without the extended battery, with the standard battery, which most of you will probably buy, it is about the same width. It's about a 1 inch here and 1 inch here. So it's about a 1 inch thick difference, which is awesome. It's not that thick of a computer, and it's very portable, which I love about it the most. So now one thing that I did not like about the computer, just one thing, was the CD-ROM port area. So in order to open the CD-ROM, you have to push this button. But so to push the button, it's kind of difficult. From this angle, it's kind of hard. You have to kind of like lean your head over the side and to find the button and push it. Even if you just click it like that, it doesn't work. Click it like I'm pushing it kind of hard right there. You kind of have to push it a little bit harder than normal to open it up. So right there, it didn't open. Right there it does. So finally it does. Another thing, it's a little bit wobbly. It feels like it could break pretty easily. If I see, I can move it up and down. If I were to accidentally pop it out and it hits something, I feel like it could just snap right off and break. But I never really had an issue with it. You just pop the DVD right in and you can play it right from there. So I hope you guys like this review. I hope it's in depth enough for you guys. If you need me to review anything more in depth, please post a comment below and I will definitely do it. I will do it within a week this time, not a couple months. I hope you guys like this. It's the HP Pavillion dv6t, and right there you guys can see the LED lit up for the HP symbol, and that should turn off right there. If you like this video, please click the like button below. It'll help me out a ton, and it only takes you guys a second. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, all that kind of stuff, please post a comment below, and I'll get back to you right away. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button straight up top. And if you do that, anytime I post a video, it'll show up right on your YouTube homepage so that you guys can see it right away and you don't have to come and search for me or anything like that. So once again, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for subscribing and sticking with me. I will be posting more and more videos about tech stuff. So I will see you guys next time, alright? Thanks, guys.